Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the lesser-known narrative, Spider-Man 2002 for the PSP. Instead of focusing on the main storyline, we'll uncover the intriguing backstory of a character named Vini, a thug seeking revenge on Spider-Man for perceived injustices. Let's unravel this untold tale together. In this alternate narrative, set before the events of Spider-Man 2 and the emergence of Dr. Octopus, we meet Vini, a character deeply entwined in the criminal underworld of New York City. Vini's story begins with the tragic death of Uncle Ben, prompting Peter Parker to embark on a mission for justice.
I have to find the guy who did it. There's nothing Peter Parker can do at this point. But Spider-Man is a different story.
Determined to find Uncle Ben's killer, Peter, donning the mantle of Spider-Man, faces off against the notorious Skull Gang, comprised of 3 members, a bald individual in a black jacket, another in red attire, and their leader sporting a jacket emblazoned with the gang's skull logo after a relentless pursuit across the city rooftops. Spider-Man finally confronts Vini, initially perceived as just a common thief with ties to the Skull Gang. With apprehension, Spider-Man interrogates Vini, desperate for answers about Uncle Ben's murderer.
A carjacker killed an old man earlier today. The killer's a Skull. Where is he?
I can't tell you. He killed me.
Makes you think I won't.
Ah! No! The guy you want to spike. He's probably in that old shipping warehouse. It's right on the river. That's all I know.
Thanks.
In a surprising turn of events, Vini reveals crucial information, unveiling the identity of the Skull Gang's boss and Uncle Ben's killer. Despite Spike's absence from the movie's narrative, his role as the gang's leader and the orchestrator of Uncle Ben's demise becomes clear. And there you have it, the overlooked story of Vini and his pivotal role in Spider-Man's journey. While the mainstream narrative may have overlooked his significance, Vini's tale sheds light on the intricate web of relationships and motivations within the Spider-Man universe. Thanks for joining me on this exploration of Spider-Man 2002 for the PSP. Stay tuned for more deep dives into the world of gaming lore. Until next time, true believers, before concluding, let's explore Vini's continued presence in the Spider-Man 2 PSP version. In 2004, where the events of Spider-Man 2 for the PSP unfold, players encounter Vini once again. The player's journey with Vini begins with their first mission at the tree, and their final encounter culminates in a warehouse showdown where Spider-Man ultimately prevails, resulting in Vini's demise. In this iteration, Vini has risen to become a boss leader, driven by the relentless desire to destroy Spider-Man. His gang consists of 3 key members, one wearing an orange jacket, another in blue attire, and finally the green-clad member with glasses. Additionally, Vini's brother, sporting a uniform identical to his, is also a member of the gang. Notably, Vini's appearance undergoes a significant transformation from the first game. In Spider-Man 2, he sports a ponytail and dons black glasses, with a blue uniform replacing the gray one from the previous installment. This evolution in Vini's character underscores the depth and complexity of his journey. Before I continue, I realized that I missed a significant detail you need to know. In the first 3 missions of Spider-Man 2, where Vini appears, his demeanor is notably different. He exudes an aura of anger and vengeance driven by his desire for revenge. In the first mission, Vini orchestrates a helicopter ride to rob a bank, culminating in a showdown with Spider-Man and his brother. In the second mission, Vini attempts to blow up the New York Bridge alongside his brother. However, there's a notable fact that the game doesn't explicitly mention. 2 unique thugs appear at the beginning of the third mission, marking their first and only appearance in the game. These thugs are likely brought in by Vini's brother to collaborate with them. Returning to the third mission, set in a warehouse, chaos ensues when Vini's brother accidentally sets the warehouse on fire. Spider-Man confronts Vini's thugs throughout the mission, leading to a climactic showdown on the 3rd floor where Vini awaits. Upon completing this mission, players may notice that Vini, his brother, and their thugs vanish and never respawn again. Meanwhile, the orange, green, and blue thugs continue to respawn, potentially transitioning to work for Vulture and other crime bosses.
you for a bit. I've got some business in here.
As the story progresses, players encounter a new breed of thugs wearing robber masks and brown jackets, introduced during mysterious museum missions. However, things take an intriguing turn when a unique thug sporting a Skull Gang logo and a red hat appears among them. Is this the leader of the Skull Gang from Spider-Man 2002? This revelation prompts further speculation about the fate of Vini's thugs after his demise. It becomes evident that after Vini's death, his thugs align themselves with a new boss. The Skulls now work for Doc Ock. Further along in the game, during a mission to chase Vulture, players are surprised when Vulture calls upon his thugs for support. To their astonishment, these thugs turn out to be none other Vini's former crew, the Orange, Green, and Blue Thugs. This unexpected revelation leaves players questioning the connections between the different factions and their allegiances. The intrigue deepens as players progress through the game. After confronting Vulture, they encounter Vini's former thugs, now under Vulture's command, in another warehouse mission. Additionally, Shocker makes an appearance, further complicating the dynamic. In conclusion, Vini's thugs transition to become Vulture and Shocker's thugs after his demise, while the robber thugs and the Skull Gang align themselves with Doc Ock. The reappearance of familiar skins such as the red-jacketed and bald black jacket skulls during the Rhino mission adds another layer of nostalgia to the game, bridging the gap between Spider-Man 2002 and Spider-Man 2's narratives. In conclusion, infer that the robbers, Vini's thugs, and Skull Gangs all operate under the leadership of Shocker, Vulture, Rhino, and Doc Ock. As mentioned earlier, Vulture and Shocker's appearances in Spider-Man 2002 indicate their involvement in criminal activities, aligning them with the Skulls. Rhino and Shocker's partnership in Spider-Man 2 further solidifies their connection to the criminal underworld. Additionally, the robbers and Skull Gangs can be found working for Doc Ock in various missions, indicating a cohesive alliance among these factions. A noteworthy observation is the presence of Shocker's old thugs in the subway station mission from Spider-Man 2002, showcasing continuity between the two games. Furthermore, encounters with Vini's former thugs alongside robots in Spider-Man 2 suggest their integration into Doc's operations. The emergence of a new leader, characterized by a black outfit adorned with a skull logo, hints at the evolution of the Skull Gang following Vini's demise. In summary, the amalgamation of robbers, Skull Gangs, Vini's thugs, and robots signifies the formation of a new gang, aptly dubbed the New Skulls. It's important to note that these details are not explicitly mentioned in the game or readily available on Wikipedia. Instead, they stem from a deep understanding, appreciation for the intricacies of the game's narrative. If you're intrigued by the connections between Spider-Man 2002 and Spider-Man 2, let me know in the comments below. There's a wealth of references to explore, from locations to soundtracks and adversaries. Until next time, fellow fans.
I'll find Uncle Ben's killer if I have to go through every one of the skulls to do it.
What? Are you turning yourself in then?
No. Yes, I can. The power of a sun is now out.
Ah, so beautiful.